The next guest was President of World Wizo Executive and Chair of the voluntary and non-profit sector in Israel, a former Chair of Wizo Israel, Vice President of the World Jewish Congress. In 1994, she was a member of the Israeli delegation to the 38th United Nations Committee on the Status of Women in New York. She has countless years of actions and influence. Mrs. Helena Glazer, a honorary president of World Wizo.
Boker Tov, everyone. Good morning. What a special morning we have. What an exciting morning. Sad for me to see all those fantastic, fantastic leaders that left us. Dear Chaverot, according to an old Chinese proverb, if you want to be happy for 1 hour, take a nap. If you want to be happy for a day, go fishing. If you want to be happy for a year, inherit a fortune or buy a lottery. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, help someone else. As I stand before you, each one of you, a Wizo member, each one of you on your own Wizo path, is not only helping someone else, you are helping hundreds and thousands. Our happiness knows no bounds. But tinged with the happiness is sadness, due to the growing challenges which are affecting us both as people and in our tiny state of Israel. We are confronting, as Tova has mentioned already, terror, racism, anti-Semitism, religious coercion, extremism, poverty, abuse, and the list is endless. Our challenges as Jewish people and in our state of Israel are overpowering, overwhelming, staggering. Each one of you sitting here has been thrown into new realities that are emerging, whether in your own communities or in Israel, and not one of us can remain silent. You have chosen Wizo in order to nurture the positive, everything that is good, and as your means to protest in order to confront the negative. On the positive side, through Wizo you are changing hundreds and thousands of lives, lives of children who were born into difficult circumstances. This conference, as was presented before, has placed emphasis on the subject of women, and Wizo helps those women who have been reduced to being invisible, dependent, or even subject to abuse. You are giving warm homes and support to confused adolescents, girls and boys, all in our Wizo vision to build a strong state of Israel. On the negative side, we are all facing growing anti-Semitism, delegitimation, not only in the state of Israel, but also delegitimation as Jews. We are watching as the march of Islam pervades so many countries. You are making every effort to support Israel, this Israel you know, the real Israel, often having inadequate tools from media, which practices its own agenda and portrays Israel to its rapidly changing readership. It is very easy to always blame Israel public relations, our hasbara. But if no one wants to hear our hasbara, we know that we all have a problem. You may feel that you are alone, but let me assure you that you are not alone. We are all together in the struggle. We share our tears and we share our joys. And there is much to be joyous over. There is much to celebrate. we are all part of the World Zionist movement, and our Zionist and Wizo calendar is overflowing with wonder. We are approaching the 120th anniversary of the first Zionist Congress, which was held in Basel in 1897. And in the words of Theodor Herzl, "In Basel, I founded the Jewish state." If I said this aloud today, I would be answered by universal laughter. Perhaps in 5 years, and certainly 50, everyone will agree. Next year, we will celebrate the centenary of the Balfour Declaration. And it was said, His Majesty, the government views with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. Lord Balfour, November 2nd, 1917. Our Wizo history is long and ongoing saga, our source of nachat. This year, the 95th anniversary of our foundation as a movement, we give our thanks to all those who came before us, our leadership, both in Israel and abroad. Their vision became our mission. When we give respect to our past leaders, we are giving respect to our history, and we are paying respect to you, our present leadership, who have chosen to walk their path. And almost 50 years ago, we all held our breath as Shlomo Goren, Zichrono Livracha, Army Chief Rabbi, blew a shofar and declared, Har Habayit Beyadeinu, the Temple Mount is in our hands. Jerusalem, the city to which our parents, grandparents, and ancestors had always prayed, was once again a united city, the beating heart of the Jewish people. Each event is a landmark in our Jewish history. Each event is a miracle. Look where we are today, sitting in our own country, Israel. Israel is leading in technology, innovation. Our medical development are used in the best operating theaters in the world. And Israel, with its population of Arabs, Jews, religious and secular, Israel, where thanks to your efforts, every child has an equal chance in life. Every one of us sitting here is a leader. Together we are leading the fight for justice. Together we are leading the fight for the state of Israel and for the right of the Jewish people in every corner of the globe. Together we are leading the fight for our children to grow up according to the tradition that has been passed down through the families, through the generations, and since the days of our foremothers. We are a proud people. We are a proud movement. Am Israel Chai. Toda.